I know as a billionaire, you often walk into a dealership, buy a toy like Bentley, Maybach, or Rolls-Royce. But in China, there's a toy your money alone cannot buy. You need background check, you need social status, you need pure power. That is Hongqi, the red flag. The real boss of China's automotive empire is actually hiding in plain sight. To you, my billionaire viewers, these massive state-owned giants look boring, old school, and slow. But behind closed doors, they're using unlimited state power to build cars that legacy automakers are genuinely jealous of. Today, we're breaking into the forbidden empire. Let's start with the king of kings, FAW, Yiqi. Their ultra-luxury lineup, Hongqi, is not your average car brand. It's a status symbol on wheels. For 70 years, they only built state limousine for world leaders and visiting presidents. Recently, they did something crazy. They opened up their ultimate toy line for the global super rich, the Golden Sunflower series. Just look at the size of that thing, almost 6 meters long. This isn't something stepped out by factory robots on a regular assembly line. This is a handcrafted beast. The flagship model, Hongqi Guoli, National Gift, costs over 7 million RMB. That's nearly $1 million US before tax. But there's a kicker that would drive you crazy. You can't even buy it, even your Rolls-Royce trunk is full of cash. Hongqi runs a strict background check on every single buyer to make sure their reputation matches the car. The steering wheel has a golden sunflower emblem made with an ancient Chinese lacquer technique that takes master craftsmen months of painful hand polishing to finish. The interior trim isn't cold carbon fiber. It's lined with real, hand-carved jade and genuine Chinese silk embroidery. Under the hood, a massive homegrown twin-turbo V8 heavy-duty, military-run flat tires, and bulletproof doors that can take rifle fires point-blank. It is your exclusive presidential bunker. State power isn't only about social status. Let's move to south of China, Guangzhou, to meet GAC, Guangqi. For years, European and American automotive leaders have this impression. China can build cheap and basic EVs, but they can never match European performance on a real racetrack. Well, GAC built a million RMB electric hypercar to crash that theory, the Hyper SSR. 1,225 horsepower pushes this beast from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 1.9 seconds. A full carbon fiber body. GAC's engineers couldn't buy high-end parts from European suppliers because of tax restrictions, so they built their own tech from scratch. They even created the famous magazine battery, which can literally take an armor-piercing rifle bullet straight through the core without catching fire. That is military safety on your rocket ship, Commander. And right next to them is BAIC. They've been building bulletproof tactical vehicles for the military for over 60 years. But recently, they teamed up with Huawei to build ultra-luxury limousine Stiletto S9. While a $150,000 Mercedes S-Class still forces you to look at a standard tablet screen from 5 years ago, Stiletto S9 gives you a full-size cinema theater inside the cabin, active air suspension that scans the road 100 times per second, and a Huawei self-driving system that navigates crazy city greylocks entirely by itself. It is a bulletproof luxury vault controlled by a supercomputer. I know what you're thinking. Okay, Sean, these are cool billionaires' toys, and what do they have to do with me? Well, actually, these state-owned giants didn't build these million-dollar monsters just to show off. They did it to perfect the technology. So today, they can dump the exact same high-tech into affordable daily cars that one day might wipe out the legacy auto brands for good. The cheap $17,000 Ion N60 can prove my point. To car experts, they look like a regular, simple, everyday family car. But look at the roof. GAC put advanced LiDAR sensors and their latest mapless self-driving software on these budget cars. Where you live, my friend, getting decent autopilot costs tens of thousands extra, and full self-driving is locked behind a massive paywall. Ion is delivering full urban self-driving, cars that can handle crazy traffic, roundabouts, and tight parking lots entirely by themselves at a price point that completely undercuts basic models of Japanese and European cars, including Tesla. It's high-end hypercar intelligence priced for regular working class just like me. BAIC, as the single largest shareholder of Mercedes-Benz, is now collaborating with Huawei. They launched the mass-market weapon, ArcFox. Jihu. ArcFox combines BAIC's super tough Mercedes standard safety with Huawei Peak Smart Tech. It uses massive setup of LiDAR, HD cameras, and radars to further improve the safety on the autopilot system, created for young drivers who crave design, intelligence, and performance. And Hongqi brought the presidential look to the daily commute with the H5 sedan and HS5 SUV. The electric flagship Hongqi EHS9 is currently invading European markets. My Danish client told me he has seen Hongqi in Copenhagen. The Chinese EV market is also a brutal graveyard. For every giant that survives, 10 others crash and buried alive by the overheated competition. So in the next episode, we're digging up the graves of Chinese EV brands, which burn through billions of dollars and went completely bankrupt. If you don't want to miss the upcoming graveyard story, hit like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you won't miss the next episode. This is China Inside. I'm Sean. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
666